Morning. So my name is Marvin Lynn. I'm a member of the choir and also a member of the church more recently. I'm also a professor and dean of this College of Education and Human Development at the University of Colorado, Denver, if you didn't know. So another kind of doctor, but a doctor of books, as they say. This is kente cloth from Ghana. My wife is from Ghana, and so I have family there. And my son Kwabena is also here. His name is a Ghanaian name. He's our firstborn. But this kente cloth was designed in celebration of the wedding of Kwame Nkrumah, who was the first president of Ghana after independence. And so these designs celebrate his wedding, and you'll see some other wording on it because it was also, it was redesigned in celebration of my leadership at the University of Indiana University South Bend School of Education. And one of my faculty members was a Ghanaian who designed this particular for kente cloth for me. And so that's why I said IUSB School of Education on it. So as we celebrate Black History Month, it is befitting that we do so here in this historic place which owes its origin in part to Clara Brown, who was a former slave who bought her own freedom and became Colorado's first Black pioneer. She became a successful businesswoman in Colorado and invested in the building of this church prior to the official end of slavery in the U.S. So today's program features African American spirituals or religious music. Both of the songs that you'll hear me and then later Jerome will join me sing today. The first song is He's Got the Whole World in His Hand. And you sometimes hear hands, sometimes your hand. Today we say hand. And then This Little Light of Mine you'll also hear. Both of those are born out of the African experience in the United States. As you know, spirituals serve as really a bedrock of American music. They gave rise to gospel, blues, jazz, which also gave rise to pop, country, and other forms of music. They are a blend of religious and biblical affirmation, and also the expression of the African experience of slavery in the United States. With He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, Marian Anderson, the great African-American operatic contralto from the early to the mid-1900s, writes this. This spiritual reminds us not to lose sight of the fact that we have our times of extremity and that there is a being who can help us in such a time. It takes everybody. No one can stop the rain, she writes, no matter how rich or poor. Those words are so relevant today. This particular setting, and I'll stop talking in a second, is of He's Got the Whole World in His Hand, was arranged by Margaret Bonds. Like me, she's from Chicago. She was born in 1913. A lot of the arrangers and composers of spirituals have some kind of connection to slavery, either through a parent or grandparent. And that was the case for her. So they heard these songs in their family, in their churches, but then they also, like Margaret Bonds, studied to become great classical musicians. So at the age of 13, she was already composing music. She attended Northwestern University at the age of 16. And in 1933, at the age of 20, she became the first African American to perform with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. She became a prolific concert pianist, composer, and arranger, and I would say ethnomusicologist, because she was really interested and dedicated to preserving the African American musical tradition. This particular setting of the song was arranged for the great operatic soprano Leontine Price in 1962. So if you ever heard Leontine Price do this song, it was this version, but this was written for her. And she recorded it and performed it around the world to great acclaim. Thank you.